Yeah, ladies, y'all know.
Get it together,
All right.
Get it together.
All right, y'all. Let me have your attention. With this next poem, I would only hope and pray that you would pay respect to it. Pay respect to the true story that it is. Keep your ears open and your mouths closed and your feet frozen. Age 14. Eyes brown. Hardly a baby, but barely an adult. Distinguished as mentally delayed. 10. She sits on her bed, legs closed because usually they are open. As wide as the sky, they are open for the attacker her depraved mother calls husband. A thief that has stolen from her fragile little soul. He strains her limbs and enters her cave. Her screams of pain screech through his ears and through the thin walls for her baby sister to hear. Soaked in his semen and sweat, she breathes numb. She thinks her body is no longer her own temple because every night the oppressor enters and damages her insides. 9. She stands up and grabs a rope. She thinks of what brought her to this point. Agony, rape, and pain. On a school note, she thinks of those conniving creatures that drive her insane. Just because she is so different, their words stab her so deep, like a hot dagger being driven past the flesh into the anatomy. 8. She goes in the kitchen and grabs a chair. She thinks of her many scars, like when they beat her, called her irrelevant and futile just because she was the one with the underdeveloped brain. She thinks her mind now has no worth to it. And with all of this underway, the many nicknamed Brutus that do these things to her have to really ask themselves this question. Does it really take a whole lot to call yourself human, committing the horrible and unthinkable actions that you did to one person? The only similarity between animals and humanity is that they prowl down on anything that doesn't fit their criteria, their perception. So the objection to what God has created himself is in their judgment. To harass, spit upon, and name them as another species unlike themselves. The question is, who are you to judge? 7. She assembles and ties the rope to the closet rack. Like ugly descending notes being played on a piano, her life spirals down when she creates the noose. Just because of their barbarity, she thinks her life now has no meaning. 6. She stands up on the chair and places the noose around her neck. She thinks life is just a simple term of hell, continuous burning and affliction. Little does she know that there are footprints of babe of only 5 walking through the door. 5, she kicks the chair. 4, these little footprints find her. 3, she kicks trying to find the floor as her baby sister watches her die. 2, she thinks, oh God, what have I done? 1, she thinks, no more.